It's gonna turn into a Manson family situation. You know that, don't you?
If I haven't seen it, it's new to me.
Hello, friends. Trace amounts of science. We're back into some nice guys today. We couldn't not do it. Every week, you find me back in here, losing brain cells. Do you miss the brain cells when they go, Gubbins?
Gubbins miss ancient days, primal fights, and brain cells of old. Now, Code Red fuels battles, guides tribe. No time for nostalgia, war never ends.
War never ends. Well, I suppose that's true. And we fight on with nice guys today, so join me, won't you? Thanks for being here. Let's get into it. This nice guy says, "Look, I respect your decision, but you're wrong." Actually, I pulled that one out a few times. But you gotta be really sure you're right when you do it. He says, "Lamau, I was very cocky. I just wanted to say, you looked very beautiful in your most recent post, and I'm glad we never slept with each other. I'd like to get to know you again, 'cause I'm a man now. I do well for myself, and I know what I want and what I'm looking for. Let's grab some dinner. Meat market." Meat market?
About to be my meat. About to be my meat.
Is that just a Freudian slip of some sort? Slightly concerned. Or we could go somewhere that isn't pretentious, like 4-2 or maybe Park Shore. Just keep it light, just some food. And if we're lucky, maybe we'll have a good time. Yeah, if we're lucky.
Bro, I'm straight up not having a good time.
That's the worst offer I've ever heard. I was totally a douchebag, but I'm not that guy anymore, for real. Can I take you out on just a food date? And then imply that I might get lucky at the end? Just fumbling the ball all over the place. What the fuck? Get your head on straight! OP says, yeah, I appreciate that, but respectfully, I don't want to give things a second chance between us. Looking back at our old messages really validated that for me. Yeah, it's like once you know who somebody is, you can hear what they're actually saying, the subtext of everything. That hindsight's a hell of a thing. He says, I read through the messages. They weren't bad. Compared to what? I knew my worth then, without balance in my life. Now I'm doing great, and I have that balance. If you don't want to hang, that's cool. It would be your loss, respectfully, because I don't really have anything to gain from you aside from friendship and whatever else mentally. But hey, girl, God bless. I'm a new man now, but I guess you'll never know. Hopefully you find love and don't have to waste your time dealing with lame-ass dudes with no maturity. I respect your decision, but you're wrong about me. Take care. Oh yeah, he really tried to flip it around and play the victim in the second post, but you can see who actually is in the first post. He gauged OP's response, and the best he could come up with was like, I'm a man of God now. God sent me to be your friend.
No, you maniac! Only a fool would play God!
God wants us to date, but only if it's like a cute will they, won't they thing for a couple of years. God told me that. You're nuts. Then she starts sending him screenshots of old messages that he sent her. I love this. He said, just add me on Snap. Actually, you're just a dumb bitch who thinks I'm not good for you, when in reality, she's a freaking basic-ass sorority with basic-ass friends and a confidence complex the size of the chip on your shoulder. I'm so out of your league. Screw off. You smell like sweat every time I see you. You just piss me off. I should have begged you and dropped you like every other dumb bitch I met, but I respected you. But not anymore. Go screw. I'm done with you. And OP just says, I'm cringing, Lamau. Which part made you cringe the most? I mean, aside from his, overall actions and demeanor. The fact that she smelled like sweat every time kind of weirded me out a little bit. He's just pheromone maxing. What do you want? He says, I'm mad at you. Leave me alone. You should have just forgave me for whatever I did.
Not gonna happen! No, not gonna happen!
Now there's not gonna be a chance, cause I'm being rude, so you wanna forget me. Oh, see, it was all part of his grand strategy. It was a big brain ploy from a big brain boy. Let me tell you this, he is. Big brain boys with the biggest brains. Look at these big brain boys. OP says, yeah, I don't know what I would say this is, but it's pretty bad. And then you proceeded to send me an unsolicited video of you doing it with someone. I'm glad you found it funny. Hope he says, best of luck, hands up emoji. He says, that's wild. Reading that reminds me though, you def had a bad personality then, lol. Very dry. Yeah, like you're not just cut from the same fucking cloth as everybody else. We see 100 of you every week just marching through here. Turn them into Soylent, feed them to the ones that are capable of rehabilitation. This one, I don't think he is. I think he goes into line B. He continues, I'm glad you received that message from me. We were also 19, so, like, I'm sure you're not as boring, but I kept it real. You judged me, so I told you off a little bit. I should've just banged you, but I respected myself and you. Yeah, that's the problem, see? Too much respect. Gotta watch it with all that. The world's a gutter, we're all compost in training. Just do whatever you want, it's fine. Although if you then do some cringe shit and end up on the channel later, I can't help you with that. He says, I thought you could maybe be something because you have good physical genetics. Ew. But overall, there needs to be a mindset that we both meet and align with each other on. And I don't think we ever found that at 19, but it's cool. I don't really talk to women like that unless they deserve it. I'm not gonna show a chick respect if she doesn't deserve it. By whose standards? Yours? Fucking God's gift over here? Okay, sure. Yeah.
Okay. Whatever you say.
We'll go with that. Why not? The paragon of morality, the fucking arbiter of who deserves respect. Everybody hail him. God, I hate you. Like, everybody is sort of dumb at 19. I'm not surprised by that part. But the fact you haven't figured it out, given a few more years, like, you're not doing well. All that's really happened is he's gotten slightly better at manipulating people. Still really bad at it, though. Anyway, yeah, don't respect the chick if she doesn't deserve it. That's not how it works, haha, but it's cool. Hey, if you ain't feeling the new me, I'm not even tripping. I am a bit out of your league. Even then. But that's not something that even matters. What matters is mindset and connection and attraction. But yeah, sorry about the past. Part of me feels you deserve it, but it's been 6 years and I'm obviously side with Elijah. Ha ha ha. God damn it, Elijah, why is your name in here?
Can you explain what you're doing in this photo?
That's not me.
That's not you?
Nope.
Elijah is my editor, for those who don't know. He says, God bless you, OP. That video was disgusting, too. I apologize for that, though. I mean, I'm glad you recognize that now, but I don't think you've truly changed as a human being. OP says, I never had a bad personality. Dry is ridiculous, as you can't interpret tone or body language over text. The fact that you still think I deserve to be spoken to like that at the time shows that you'd never changed, and you still have an immature and disgusting mindset. You repeatedly say that you're not bothered by me not wanting to give you another chance, and then proceed to tell me that you're out of my league, which we both know isn't true. That's hilarious because you're contradicting yourself. Please seek God and therapy. Yeah, absolutely. Grasping at any straw. I don't even feel the need to point out the contradictions anymore. I'm just like, okay, let it wash over me. That was a beefy post, and yeah, 25-year-old doing this shit.
Grow the fuck up. You're not children anymore.
Trying to bring it back around after 6 years? That's crazy, bro. And not even offering anything when you do come around. Like, yeah, you're the same bag of shit. Another bag of shit on my doorstep. Get out of here. Get out of here and stay gone this time. Think I want to talk to you when you're 30? God, it's going to be even more miserable. I'm just going to be sad at that point. Anyway, neat post. We're moving on. This nice guy says, I'm not trying to invalidate you, but... but I'm going to do exactly that right now. Listen, I'm not here to pressure you or talk you into anything that you don't want to do, but if I may try to reassure you in my own weird way, it's an odd, counterintuitive argument. Sex is like any other activity. Riding a bike, basketball, drawing, etc. When you haven't done something in a while, when you pause a habit, it can be tough to pick it back up again. Jesus. He's a two-pump chump and he's trying to explain to her why after the fact. That's just the vibe that I'm getting straight off. Did you fuck this guy, OP?
I miss the old days. Good times.
I miss every girl calling you the one-pump chump.
Post doesn't say. If you didn't, then it's even more concerning because he's just this quick to make excuses. Anyway, just the first couple times back, you might have some rust to knock off. Yeah, polish all of my rusty tools. There's a rusty trombone out back. God damn. Eventually, though, when you get back into it, it's better sometimes. Sometimes. Because you're wiser and know more now. I recently picked basketball back up. First couple games were rough, but by the third game, I was killing it. Yeah, just let me hit one more time. The third time's the charm. That's what they say. And I recently went 5 months without doing it. And a couple first times back, there was some performance anxiety. I won't give any more detail. Oh no. Whiskey dick, and he didn't do any drinking at all. Get all caught up in your own head. Look, it happens to the best of us, fella, but sitting here and explaining the shit out of it is not helping, okay? The fact that you're so in your own head is why that happened. What a tragic case. He says, so while yes, as scary as it can be, it's also not that scary. No matter what, you'll be okay, and maybe thinking about it that way, wording it like that, is only holding you back. I miss what she said. Wording it like what? OP cut it out. Even though we're missing a bit of context, the rest of this is very telling. OP comes back and says, oh, no. That's all. Then she cut it out again. He said, I'm just using this as a brief example. Obviously, our experiences aren't going to be 100% the same. Dude, I don't think they've done it yet. I think he's fucking trying to explain this. 5 months? I don't believe that for a second. This guy hasn't done it in years. This is the type of shell shock that I've seen in sailors before. The same glazed look in their eyes that they get when they get off the boat in shore duty after like 6 months at sea.
Hey! No! Stop! Just calm down!
Terrifying. He says, I'm just focusing on the time aspect and saying, maybe because it's been so long that you've come to think this way, maybe you just need to get a couple drinks and hook up with the first guy or girl you see that tickles your fancy at the bar, you know? And he's like, oh, I'm the first guy that you saw. That's me. What a happy coincidence. Thanks for helping me knock the rust off. And again, I'm not here to persuade you one way or the other. You're gone, do you. Take whatever time you need before you get back into the saddle. I'm just reminding you, we've all taken a break for one reason or another. I briefly shared my reasons. Yeah, I wish you could take it back, truly. I do. Many sitcoms have explored many other reasons and cases, like someone who hasn't done it in 5 months and another in 5 years getting together and how that situation plays out. What in the ever-loving fuck are you talking about? What sitcoms? That situation is so specific. I'll need to see the Excel spreadsheet that you have surely crafted in order to support this theorem. Have it on my desk by Friday. Need something to wipe my ass with over the weekend. He says, people have been in your situation before, whatever the situation is. Again, I don't fully understand it. I respect it. I might still try to flirt with you, and I mean, call me when you're ready/figured it out. And then he did the fucking fingers together puppy dog eyes emoji. Oh god, pick me, please, when you're ready. I'm stalking you. I'll make sure I'm the first guy you see at the bar. God, he's still going, dude. This is gonna kill me. You'd be surprised how much you could actually work through it casually. Oh, causally? Who cares? Many therapists recommend hiring intimacy workers as exposure therapy to work through this exact sort of thing. It's terrible advice. He's not licensed, and anyway, okay, we're not signing off on this shit. You get safety that way. Many of them have been intimately maltreated themselves, so they understand, but you don't need the emotional connection. This is my point in what I was saying earlier. It's been so long, and the experiences were traumatic that it's led you into this thinking pattern, but this thinking pattern's holding you back. Yeah, holding you back from my dick. That's the whole problem. Like, I'm sure it's a thing she's trying to deal with, and she will in her own due time. You trying to push her to do stuff it's definitely not helping, okay? A similar situation is probably what caused it in the first case, so fucking back off. Really is hateable. This guy's a fucking lunatic, you know? Like, I'm not trying to invalidate what you're feeling. You know your experiences better than I do. But I kinda gotta disagree. You showed clear signs of attraction toward men. Physical and emotional body responses. Tons of shared memes of a certain proclivity. Fantasies, etc. Again, I just think it's been so long that your mind has now created mental roadblocks. Like, this ain't you talking. This is your anxiety talking. Lots of probablys and maybes in your description. This is the most basic, like, wannabe armchair psychologist type of shit. Clear signs of attraction. Your pupils were slightly dilated. That means she likes me. She shared an adult meme that one time. I got it in the bag. You're desperate and weird. Stop it. Cut it out. You're not going to talk anybody into this, and if you were able to, like, you shouldn't, okay? You're not making anything better, except for yourself, I guess, as you break another human being. You know what? I had it. Fucking drag him out back. Just boots, please.
Medium style.
Even the boots were not enough to end this post. He continues. The world is full of shitty people, no matter where you go or what the situation is. Yeah, and you're one of the shittiest. He's right about that. And he knows because he does it competitively. Anyway, I'm sorry you had to experience all that, and thank you for sharing with me. I understand your fear and concerns. I'm here to discuss them openly and make you feel as comfortable and as safe as possible. You're my friend, and I love you. Please don't ever feel scared to bring something up, or try not to. Very threatening aura. It's like arm around the neck. Aren't we best buddies? You're kinda choking me. Anyways, I'm not gonna force you or convince you to date or beg, but my heart and my pecker are here for you whenever you do decide that you want them. I'd leave them in a pillowcase, throw them off on the roadside. Like, I'm really not interested in ever touching or caring for them in any way, okay? I don't know what made you think I'd debase myself in such a fashion, but you're wrong. Dead wrong. He says, my feelings haven't changed. You might be psycho and traumatized, but still very attractive. And again, yes, it's all scary, and you're not sure you want it now because of those fears that have built up. Getting back into any activity, whether that's dating or intimacy or basketball, is sometimes a leap of faith. Yeah, leap right on top of this. And OP finally leaves in a response and says, I have to disagree with you on essentially all of this. First and foremost, because you don't know me. You know me on an extremely superficial level, and I think that is incorrect to make assumptions based on that. Let me say this. I am scared to do it with a dude. Not entirely because of the trauma, I just don't want to. This also has nothing to do with how I feel about men right now. I've more or less always felt this way. The only difference now is that I'm being honest with myself, and you can't really tell me that I'm wrong in how I feel because of your personal interpretation of me, which is based on a minuscule frame of my actual life and personality. God damn, laying it down super flat. Keep going. Yas, slay queen. And it's not about a negative association and mental roadblock. It's not my anxiety talking. This is the least anxious I've been in a long time. It's not an impossible task. It's an impossible task with a man because I just don't want it. It has nothing to do with avoidance and procrastination. I've simply been lying to myself. It probably would have hit harder if we cut it off halfway through, but I love everything you're doing right now. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to get through his thick skull. He just says, okay. And then he says, just ask me to violate you. I know you want to. Which I don't. What?
Who told you that? Who gave you that piece of information?
That shit came out of left field. One of the most unbalanced individuals I've seen. I'd like a lot more information about him, but then we might have to deal with the repercussions of good old-fashioned street justice. I don't know. I'll have to weigh my options. Like, he's clearly a maniac. Nobody's gonna fall for any of this, are they? But I don't know. Nothing if not persistent. Quite a little concerning, but I'll roll it around the old noodle some more. Let's get into another post, shall we? This one's mercifully short. Only 6 foot man on Sunday. Girl, I only date 6 foot men. Me, realizing that I only have 2 feet. Whoa, the guy from Chernobyl.
What you see here is the radioactive dye we injected flowing through your husband's circulatory system.
Hi.
Yes, 5 of those feet are human and 1 is an elephant foot. It certainly is your lucky day. Moving on. This guy says, when I'm given a chance, it always works out really, really well. Yeah, for you, because you've been given the thing that you want. No shit. How's it go for everybody around you? You're just an emotion vampire? A succubus? I bet money that's what we're looking at. Anyway, get into the post. OP says, yeah, I'm not gonna go on a date with you. And he says, okay, no problem. Can I ask why? And she says, I just think that the way you say that I'm missing out and I have no chance is pretty immature. So that's why. Wish you the best. Yeah, women like a little bit of pride, you know? Have self-respect is what pride means there. But a lot of dudes overinflate it and they're like, you mean ego? I'm the greatest in the world. You didn't stand a chance with me, whore. You're lucky I'm giving you the opportunity to grovel at my feet. Now get to groveling. It's kind of weird. Fine line. He says, how's that immature? That's a fact. You have no idea what I bring to the table. I said you have no chance. What are you referring to? And she says, yeah, just random stuff you've said to me in the past. And he said, you've said your fair share as well, OP. That's not fair. I bring stuff to the table and you totally miss out on all that. How's it bad to say that? And OP says, I don't know. Just made me not into it. And the way you keep being mean and trying to roast me, it's really immature. Yeah, it's just pure negging. No counterbalance at all. Come on now. You need a little bit of carrot and a little bit of stick. Or you can make the stick out of carrot. He says, bro, what? You can't just say stuff that's not true like that. Oh, that thing. Yeah, that's fair. He says, you literally just said that 5 minutes ago. And he says, well, if that's how you want to be, so be it. But me saying something mean in response to you doing something mean doesn't cancel out, right? I really wish you wouldn't do this. You don't have to. These are the consequences of your own actions, and I don't know what it will take for you to understand that. But OP doesn't say that. Instead, she just sends a monkey gif.
Where's the animal? Where's the planet? You're the animal, and I want you off this planet.
Because I don't know if you want to keep being treated like this by someone who doesn't even know me. Like, it's not right. I get you're expressing how you feel, but you're holding things against me when you have done things I don't like that I don't hold against you. So I'm just, like, frustrated. Why have you been keeping score this whole time? That's pretty weird. I do sincerely mean not giving me a chance would result in you missing out. I don't mean it as an insult, I've been in this situation before when I'm given a chance and it always works out really, really well. Based on that anecdotal evidence, I'd better give you a chance. That's what it sounds like to me. He says, just wrong. Wrong decision. What's the issue with getting dinner? If you don't have a good time, just block me, but I promise it'll go really well. I really don't see the downside. I mean, I'll have to exist around you for an extended period. That's a pretty big downside for me. And OP says, don't act like you didn't fumbled. Don't act like you didn't fumbled. Why'd you send it twice? No chance. And now they've clearly gone to Snapchat, is this? He's like followed her across 3 different apps in all of these messages. She's following her around, telling her she has no chance. It's really weird. Super transparent. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish here. He says, still, I don't think I did anything wrong, so you're missing out over literally nothing. And OP says, aw, man, I want to know what I'm missing out on so bad. He says, well, would you be down to start over? She says, start over what? He says, you're sure? Last chance with me. I get to know me. Yeah, you can go ahead and do that. I think you've got a lot of soul searching to do. Get to know yourself better and become a human being worth interacting with. Thanks so much. OP says, I literally don't want to know anything about you. You act insane. And he says, no, I'm saying, do you want to get to know each other for real? I'm not acting insane. I'm just tired of trying to get to know you and being left on red. Actually, fuck it. You're the last person I want at this point. You're so disrespectful, and for what? Just to miss out? Nah. My God. Yet another app.
Done it again!
You
dirty bastard! You've done it again!
I don't know the context, but he says, promise you, you're missing out because of it. That's really just this whole post in a nutshell. That one line. But we couldn't just read that, could we? No, I do appreciate the context, though. It helps prevent me from getting confused. Anyway, he finishes up with, I'm sure you have your options. You're a pretty girl who's slightly funny, but none of them would ever compare to how you would feel if you gave me a chance it went well. No one compares, so it's up to you, but I can't keep putting myself out there to get memes back. Yeah, then stop. Just go away. I don't think anybody's gonna miss it. You truly do act like you're God's gift to the universe, and it's just not the case. You're not that interesting. You've never stated even a single actual thing that you offer. I think you chase her across three messaging apps. It's ludicrous, all right? You're not convincing anybody. I think even you yourself doesn't fully believe it. That's why you have to keep repeating it. But I'm not going to be like the armchair psychology guy from earlier, I'll tell you that much. Instead, we're just going to move on. This next post says, women only like you if you make over 170K a year. It's a disappointed monkey-looking thing. This is how most women see you when they find out that you don't make over 170,000 a year, drive exotic sports cars, own bitcoins, have rental properties, have Grammy award-winning conversations, aren't able to make them laugh every second of their life, don't squat more than 5,000 pounds, and aren't okay with them having OF. Aren't willing to put up with their attitudes and aren't willing to give them $2,000 month allowance to spend on makeup, bags, and shoes. Rolling with laughing tears emoji thing. Yes. Look at this straw man that I've created. Shall we burn it alive? Yeah, sure, I get it. Does that make you happy? I guess. It gives him an excuse to not actually interact with women. He's like, it would probably be horrible anyways. I don't know, dude. Most chicks are pretty chill. You're mostly engaging with these algorithm bait, rage bait videos. You know what I mean?
But if you want to bang and sleep with the most beautiful women in the world, you need to roll up in an Aston, or a Rari, or a Lambo.
Look at these women. They're dumb and shallow, so surely they all are. And it's not the case. Get out in the real world. Talk to some chicks, you know? You might be surprised. At least that is, unless you're the problem, which I suspect to be the case. But good luck out there, you know? Next post. This guy says, I kept reaching out because I don't like having, like, you know, negative energy in the world. Yeah, some stoner vibes, but I'm gonna have to hate him anyways. He says, hey and hi, I hope you're well. I'm considering moving to place. My family's asking me to move into a rental house of ours to be a caretaker for a bunch of stuff. I'm super conflicted and concerned about the social aspect of life over there. Also, going off your Instagram, how is life? Do you feel like you have the ability to make friends? And are you feeling trapped at all? Did this come from a fucking stranger? Don't ask me these questions. I don't know you like that. I'm moving to the place that you live. Good. Experience it when you get here. Bye. I understand wanting to have a conversation and a human connection, but not with me. Not right now. They have, like, reviews of things like this, don't they? It'll show you, like, crime statistics and if the schools are any good, blah, blah, blah. But to approach somebody else, to make it their problem, and then also trapped at all is really weird phrasing. I don't know. Do you feel trapped at all? Do the therapist thing and just flip the question back around on him? Yes, he does, is the answer.
What the hell's wrong with you? Your skin's like moving around or something.
I believe I'm having some sort of seizure.
He's trying to reach out in cyberspace, but that shit don't work. Even if it did sort of work, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't count for anything. Anyway, he says, I was thinking it would be, like, perfect to be able to use this place as base camp and, like, have adventures and drive out to whatever and stuff. Whenever I need to, but I don't know how realistic any of this is. You just, any excuse to open the door is what this is. He's not actually planning on moving out here at all. Just wants to come over here and have adventures. But the idea of my own house that's all artsy and have fun friends living in it with me sounds fun, and I could use the money from the condo. If you made it this far down, you rock for reading all that. I also understand if you have absolutely nothing to say about it to me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Yeah, it sounds like you fucking live in a Hollywood movie. You're like, oh, it's an artsy house and we all have fun. Yeah, sounds like a fucking ball until rent day rolls around and we're all starving artists. It's not gonna go well. OP says, you're concerned about the social aspect of blank based on my Instagram? What does that even mean? I guess blank being the place she lives. He says, that's shortening it maybe, and I know I'm not very clear on facts and written words, but it sounds like you're dressing up and looking good and trying, and no one is there giving you the attention you should be getting. Yeah, if I was there, I'd give you more attention than you could ever hope for. When you're in the claustrophobic little box that I've constructed for you, I'll ask you again, do you feel trapped? Yeah, I kind of do now. He says, I'm recertified as a diver and probably wouldn't spend too much time there if I'm traveling for work, but it'd still be good to have fun, a social group, and friends. I wanted to get this house and rent the downstairs and have it be a Finn hippie art house in blank and not hick. I hope you had a fun Valentine's. I hate that holiday, and I hope life is good. You really think the fun hippie art house is really what's gonna reel her in, huh? It's gonna turn into a Manson family situation. You know that, don't you?
If I haven't seen it, it's new to me.
That's what we're all expecting. It's just a matter of time. Please stop doing this. OP says, social media is not an accurate representation of real life. The shocker. That would hit him like a supernova. He just, oh my god, everything's different now. How do I know what's real anymore? Easy. Don't fucking trust anything that you see on a screen. And I do include myself in that too. OP continues, I really have little interest in you negging me about how my life appears to you through Instagram. What an odd thing to say to someone.
What an odd thing to say.
As far as social life goes, I don't think that you and I have the same goals or values when it comes to relationships. Having a fulfilling social life takes time and effort, regardless of where you choose to live. Facts. For example, I've tried to distance myself from you because of how you treated me in the past, and then took zero accountability or interest in my perspective. I'm apparently a psychotoxic person, your words, that you're still trying to hit up despite the gentle cues of disinterest. So I'm not trying to be mean here, but I don't think I have whatever it is that you're looking for. Well, come on, OP, don't you want to be his manic pixie dream girl? You could fix it all for him! I'll move out of mother's basement and have the life I dreamed! And he replies to all that and says, you got this amazing ability to listen to someone and hear the absolute worst thing. Of course it's not accurate. That's why I'm asking you, literally. Holy crap, like, absolute worst in somebody. That's me nagging right there. I've tried to be nothing but friendly with you when you were absolutely awful to me. Literally, I'd wake up every morning with hate mail from you in my phone. You made up an online poll and put it on social media that basically said, am I good and is this person bad? And then you tagged me in it. You seem to have the emotional maturity of a middle schooler. Good luck with that. I've only kept reaching out because I don't like having negative energy in the world, but you seem to be pure, unadulterated, toxic, negative energy in female form. So have a great life. Well, I think it's easy to say that everybody sucks here, okay? I don't know what the fucking poll thing is, but yeah, he sort of put you on blast with that, didn't he? He still comes out to be the more hateable one because of, you know, promising the fun hippie art house that'll never happen, and that whole thing is just really weird. I don't know what made you choose that tactic, but please, in the future, maybe not. Truth is, I love to see things devolve to this point. Truth is, I love to see two people roll in the mud, make both of each other worse.
Joseph, that was great.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed. When you said I could do you in your mud hut, I thought you meant something else.
It's not the best thing for the world or this timeline, but I do enjoy it on some level. Also, as a side note, if you would like to hear this episode, it's going up on podcast services quite soon, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you're at. Thank you so much for watching, of course. Sign up on the Patreon or the YouTube memberships if you'd be so kind. Check out the Fourth Wall for some merch, Amazon affiliate, etc., etc., etc. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye.